Welcome to Magnify Your Message. Inspiration magnified. Hey, I'm Cheryl Hunter, and this is the Magnify Your Message podcast. Thanks for joining today. If you spend any time online or checking news headlines, you've probably seen or heard of the Sadia Khan controversy. Sadia Khan is an influencer who this has been out there online a lot. She's an influencer. She coaches men to find, quote, high value women. And she was recently discovered to be a mistress of a married man, kind of antithetical to the whole world of, hey, I'm here providing huge value for men and how to find and keep lasting relationships. And it's this right now, it's just been shared in so many places. But what I want, from different humor accounts, it's been all over the place. And and people are doing exposés about it. And Sadia Khan herself, she is a self-proclaimed psychologist. That's now up for speculation as well. People are asking demanding to see her credentials and not finding them. But she's got 750,000 followers. Now, why is this relevant? What does this have to do with a message? Well, for one thing, a lot of people are talking about it, but I saw a particular post that really got my attention. It's from a husband and wife team, and I actually know these people. They are relationship coaches, and they're legit. I have been in networking and business groups with them, and I know that they know their stuff. They're successful. Their clients, meaning their clients have extraordinary results. I see them always posting photos of they help men and women fall in love and have lasting relationships. And one of the ways I know that they're legit is because I know them personally, but another reason is because it seems like every time I go online, I see them posting a different photo of a wedding of somebody that they've helped fall in love and stay in love. So this morning I saw a post on their account, and I wanted to share it with you because they're business owners and they're talking about the business impact of this. And I wanted to discuss it with you, okay? So let's see. Here is the post they wrote. We've got 24 years of marriage and 20 years of coaching experience, yet some people go to the flashy influencers for love and dating advice. It's sad, really. And if you think about it, as a business owner, it is sad, but it's a reality at the same time. Now, in their comment section, I wanted to share this as well, because a lot of their friends, colleagues, clients, who knows, also shared that they had a similar situation. Somebody writes, yep, 25 years of coaching here, and there's more value placed on someone that has more Instagram followers than actual transformational experience. Somebody else writes, yeah, that happens in her space as well, that people go to flashy hype that appears to be a magic wand versus the grounded people who can support others in sustainable transformation. So why in the heck am I talking about this? Because the sad truth is that this is an actual problem. If you are a business owner, I don't care if it's a coach, consultant, author, speaker, if you're a service provider, or if you own you created a nonprofit with your expertise, or a brand, or if you've got products, services, it doesn't matter. In today's era, Your customers are checking other things than your credentials. And that's problematic if you've got true expertise and true credentials, and you can truly help the people that you're here to serve. Because there's no question about it. People are going to social media and they want to see how many followers does a person have. And it's a sad truth. It's a sad state of affairs that somebody who, in the case of Sadia Khan, who purports to be a true expert in helping people find love and is having an affair with a married man reputedly. It's like, how do you trust them or anybody? But your potential clients, they are looking to see how many followers you have on social media. Because in the absence of any other experience, like they haven't yet worked with you, they're trying to find social proof. They're trying to justify, they're trying to understand that it does in fact work, and most importantly, will work for them. And so they're grasping at straws. And one of the ways, there's what I like to call the holy trinity of reaching your ideal clients. One, in fact, is social. You have to have a following of some kind on social and have engagement and interaction. And that includes, you've got to regularly be posting. Okay, you've got to have a lot of engagement when you do. You have to have what I will call a respectable follower count. It gone are the days when all you had to do was build a website or put up a Facebook page or a LinkedIn account or an Insta or TikTok or one of those. You now have to have followers, and it is your job to figure out how to get those. Now, that's one of the three ways, okay? That alone doesn't matter. The second way is you're going to have to run ads. You have to have paid traffic, because it's not about word of mouth. It's about cold traffic. And unless people who don't know you are finding you daily, you're never going to reach the amount of people you need to reach to have a profitable, successful business and to make the difference you're here to make. Now, that point brings me to the next point: reaching cold audiences, cold traffic. The best way I've ever found, and this is in decades of doing business, and I've coached thousands and thousands of people, is major media. Now, what do I mean by major media? I mean mainstream traditional media. Think ABC News, think CNN or Fox. And let's put aside the partisan part here. I'm not talking about left-swinging media or right-swinging media. I'm talking about established broadcast media that vets every guest, that vets your credentials, that has an audience of at least hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And that is the way that our clients leapfrog up and go from relative anonymity to things like, I've had 2 clients that have addressed Congress in the past year and a half. I've had a client that has addressed the United Nations. I've had a client who now has been chosen to the Olympic selection committee. What I mean to say, another client who was just interviewed and featured by the Library of Congress. What I mean to say by all these other accolades is that once you substantiate yourself through major media, it's very possible then to then grow a follower count on social media. And because your audience, your prospective clients are always triangulating, they're looking, do they have paid ads? That's how they will find you. Then they go, what's your social? How many followers? How much engagement? And then who else says they're legit? And believe me, if Time Magazine, and I've had clients featured in Time Magazine, if Time Magazine says you're the real deal, they go, now it's worth listening. So yeah, I understand that these coaches have the wind knocked out of them. about Sadia Khan and the fact that people would rather go to an influencer. And that's one way to look at it. But another way to look at it is you've spent a lifetime amassing the expertise that allowed you to build a brand, a business, a nonprofit in the first place. And now we're in a different era. There is a trust recession and an attention deficit disorder that is affecting the populace at large. It's not a United States issue, it's a worldwide issue. And unless you take the same approach of building your credibility, building your reach, building your renown, then all of the years, and in fact, likely decades that you spent building your expertise will never fulfill their true potential. Look, I am sorry if this occurs like too much straight talk, but it's absolutely necessary, because unless you've got all three, the paid advertising, the social reach and engagement, and you are edified and positioned through traditional broadcast media, you don't have everything you need to have your ideal clients say yes. So I'd love to hear from you. Which of those three are you using so far? Are you, more importantly, are you not utilizing? And what are you going to do next? Look, I'm not saying I've done all the work and I have millions of followers, but just from being featured on major media, I've grown my follower count to hundreds of thousands. This is just one. I've got followers on all the different platforms. And in one regard, I don't care. Like, as an individual, I'm very private. I'm an introvert. I happen to do a lot of TV news, but because I know the people that I serve need to hear this message. And I'm talking to you today because I know the people that you're here to serve need to hear your message. They need to be aware of your services, your products, your books. So, from my heart to yours. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of the Magnify Your Message podcast. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share this episode with everyone that you feel it would benefit. Thank you in advance. And when you're ready to share your story and your work with the world, I can help. Visit CherylHunter.com to learn how. I am Cheryl Hunter, and until next time, know that your message has the power to change the world.